All right, you guys. Welcome to Audrey's reading area. Shout out to my grandbabies, all four of them: Korea, Sanaa, David the Third, and Kaden. All of you guys. Special happy birthday to my grandbaby Sanaa. May 14. May 14 is her birthday, and I miss you so much. I wish I was there to be able to celebrate with you. Okay. All right, you guys. Today is multicultural awareness. Yes. Remember, on Wednesdays, we do books of other cultures. So, with that being said, I got these guys here: Ling and Ting, not exactly the same, by Grace Lin. Not exactly the same, right? By Grace Lin, and it is a scholastic book. Yes, don't forget to click like and share my videos. Alexa, what time is Audrey's reading area?
Audrey reads in her area
L
live at
I
5, and
V
please
E.
subscribe.
Live at 5. Please subscribe. Go to YouTube. Look for Audrey's reading area. Smash that subscribe button. Let's do it again. Live. Live at 5. Let's all subscribe. All right. Let me just jump right into this book, Ling and Ting. Not exactly the same. It says Ling and Ting are twins. They like to stick together. They get haircuts and they make dumplings, which is what I was just doing. They do magic tricks and they read books. They dress alike and they look alike, but they are not exactly the same. Have fun with Ling and Ting. I might just name them Ling and Ting. I like those names for them. Grace Lynn has two sisters. They all have black hair. They all have brown eyes. They all wear glasses, but they are not exactly the same. Only Grace writes books. Grace writes books. Some of her books are for little kids. Some of her books are for big kids. If you like this book, read The Ugly Vegetables. Or you can try The Year of the Dog. All right. Now let me just jump right in. Ling and Ting, not exactly the same. Mm-hmm. So we got the haircuts, the magic trick, magic dumplings, chopsticks, the library book, and mixed up. Let's try to get through this. The haircuts. Ling and Ting are twins. They have the same brown eyes. They have the same pink cheeks. They have the same happy smiles. People see them and they say, "You two are exactly the same." "We are not exactly the same," Ling says. Ting laughs because she is thinking exactly the same thing. Ling and Ting also have the same black hair. It grows long at the same time, too. They're going to the barber for a haircut. "You two are exactly the same," the barber says. "We are not exactly the same," Ting says. Ling sits in the chair. She does not move. Ling can always sit still. Snip, clip. The barber cuts Ling's hair in a smooth line. Now it's Ting's turn. She moves her legs and her fingers. Ting can never sit still. Snip, clip. The barber cuts Ting's hair. It falls on her nose. Achoo! Oh no! Barber must have cut it off. It says, "Oops." Let's see what happened. Ling and Ting are twins. Look. Ling and Ting are twins. They are not exactly the same. Now, when people see them, they know it too. Story 2: The Magic Trick. Ling is wearing a big black hat. It is a very big hat. It is too big for Ling. Why are you wearing that hat? Ting asks. It's a magic hat, Ling says. I am wearing it because I can do magic. You can, Ting says. Can you use your magic to get a smaller hat? She got jokes. No, Ling says, but I can do a magic card trick. Ling makes a pile of cards. Pick a card, any card, Ling says. Ting picks a card. Now, Ling says, put it back and mix the cards up. Ting puts the card back and mixes the cards up. Shazam! Ling says, and she waves her wand. Abracadabra, hocus pocus. Is this your card? Ling asks. No, Ting says. Is this your card? Ling asks. No, Ting says. This one? asks Ling. This one? No, says Ting. No. I give up, Ling says. What is your card? Ting turns pink. I don't know, she says. I forgot. It just may have been one of those cards, huh? Story number 3. Making dumplings like I just did. Ling and Ting are going to make dumplings. People say dumplings look like old Chinese money, Ling says. We should make a lot of dumplings, Ting says. Then we will have a lot of money. So Ling rolls and Ting mixes. I will choose my dumplings tight. He said, I will close my dumplings tight, Ling says. Then our money will not get away. I will put a lot of meat in my dumplings, Ting says, so we will be very rich. Soon all the dumplings are done. Our dumplings do not look the same, Ling says. My dumplings are smooth. Your dumplings are fat. Yours are dumplings, Ting says. Mine are dump-tings. Cute, right? Cute. Story number 4, chopsticks. Oh, I could not eat with chopsticks. I just can't. I tried so hard. At dinner, Ling cannot eat. Chopsticks are tricky, Ling says. They are hard to use. Chopsticks are not tricky, Ting says. They are not hard to use. Chopsticks are hard for me to use, Ling says. I cannot eat. My food falls off my chopsticks. Yep. I know, Ting says. We can glue the food to your chopsticks. That probably won't work. Glue the food to your chopsticks. Glue, Ling says. That would make the food taste bad. I know, Ting says. We can tie the food to your chopsticks. Tie? Ling asks. That would be messy. I know, Ting says. I will feed you with my chopsticks. No, Ling says. I do not want to glue my chopsticks. I do not want to tie my chopsticks. I do not want you to feed me with your chopsticks. Then how will you eat? Ting asks. I will eat with a fork, Ling says. That would be me. I'm loving it. And so she is eating with a fork. And she's eating with chopsticks. Story 5, the library book. Ling and Ting says, I remember my card. It was the King of Hearts. All of a sudden, she's remembering her card. Wait, let me start over with this. Okay. I am going to the library, Ting says. I am going to get a fairy tale book. Will you get me a book? Ling asks. Get me a book about dogs. At the library, Ting looks at all the books. Then Ting sees a book with fairy tales. I must see Ling right away, Ting says. She runs back home. Ling, Ling, Ting says. I remember my card. It was the King of Hearts. That is good, Ling says. Did you get me a book about dogs? Ting turns pink. Oops, she says. I forgot. And they're headed to the library together. Story 6, Mixed Up. Tell me a story, Ling says. Okay, Ting says. Once upon a time, they were twin girls. They were named Ling and Ting. People saw them and said, you two are exactly the same. Oh, good, Ling says. I know this story. Then one day, Ling sneezed during her haircut, Ting says. You mixed that up, Ling says. You sneezed, not me. When Ling sneezed, her magic hat flew, Ting says. The magic hat flew, asked Ling. It flew to Ting. She put it on and waved her chopsticks. She turned the dumplings into money. Chopstick? Dumplings? Asked Ling. For the King of Hearts, he couldn't decide if he wanted to marry Ling or Ting. Marry? Says Ling. What? He's like, what? What? Oh, Ting, Ling says, you mixed up this whole story. But the twins told the king to go away. They were not exactly the same. Ting says, but they always stayed together. Well, Ling says, at least you got the ending right. Oh, that's the end of the book. See them talking? It says, was that the end? Nah, this is. How cute. The end, you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Shout out to my mother for always, always, always being here and showing all this love and support and listening to me read to you guys. So shout out to my mom. And shout out to all of you who share my videos and click like and share them and go to YouTube and look for Audrey's Reading Area and smash the subscribe button. Shout out to all of you who do that. Don't forget, smash it. Audrey's Reading Area. Well, that's it for today. I will see you again tomorrow live. Live. Live at 5 here at Audrey's Reading Area. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Mwah, mwah, mwah. And I'll see you again tomorrow. Audrey's Reading Area.